Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Courtney. I am a stay-at-home mom, wife, and author, and we are going to do another weekly flip. I'm hoping to get this up on Friday. It is currently Friday. I kind of slacked yesterday on my to-do list and I did not get this filmed, but we're doing it today. We're going to really hustle to get it up today. And if you're new here, this is my main planning system. It is a Moterm Personal Luxe Veg Tan Ring Planner. The color is Apricot, and I use Franklin Covey compact size inserts. So this week has been, I don't know, I think kind of par for the course with how things go around here. I don't know that much has really changed in my planner. I do have some things that are kind of like in flux, so to speak. So we'll kind of just start flipping through and chat about it. Inbox is still chugging along nicely. Loving my notes section. I do have an idea for a custom insert. I don't know. I might try to see if I can get them created, but we shall see. So love this paper still. Same family photos, have not swapped those out. I don't think that I have added anything to my list section. Well, I did add some games that I wanted to watch, finish watching The Pit. Currently, I think we're like 4 episodes into Paradise. I've started watching Yellow Jackets. I don't know how I feel about it though. I think I've only watched 2 episodes of that. Started watching The Night Agent. Can you tell that my brain is like all over the place? I was going to wait to watch, Righteous Gemstones was like low on my to watch list, but I was chatting with my neighbor a couple days ago and she's like, oh my God, you have to watch it. It's so good. So I think that may be like a next watch kind of thing. Wish lists, my thrift list. I have not gone thrifting lately. I think I might try to do some thrifting next week. Yeah. More family pictures. I do think that I am ready to kind of freshen up my setup for next month. This is my monthly, I think, yeah, this is from the Planner Room shop. Just a regular monthly. It's essentially functional. I will add deco. I will white out if need be, cross things out, that sort of thing. But it's been kind of a chill month. Mays are always a little bit chaotic for us because we have our wedding anniversary is on May 1st. Then we have our granddaughter's birthday, my sister's birthday, Mother's Day, one of my youngest daughter's birthday, and then we have the whole like, this is the last month of school, so there's always like a ton of stuff going on. We already saw the honor roll lunch moved from this week to May 2nd. We have to start figuring out teacher appreciation gifts, all of that stuff. So May is, we have like a lot of stuff going on for May. Yeah, it's a hectic month, but I always love May. this is how the week turned out, or is turning out. You can see I did go ahead and like start like updating my weekly. I didn't, like I said, I did not film or edit yesterday. I just kind of chilled out. So filming got pushed to today. I had some like stuff around the house that I needed to do, that sort of thing. I do plan on using tomorrow, Saturday, to kind of catch up on things that I needed to do, and maybe Sunday morning. Like my husband and my son will be at like a Cub Scout event all day Saturday, so I'll have the day to myself to do things. I was actually planning on going to the movies tomorrow, but my husband wants to see the movie with me. We're going to see Sinners. I'm super, super excited. But I wasn't sure that he would want to see it. He's not really like a movie person, and he's definitely not a like, let's go to the movie theater and watch it kind of person. But he really wants to see it too. So instead of going by myself on Saturday, we are going together on Sunday, which means I have this whole day to kind of catch up and do all the things that I should have broken up into like these 2 days. So that is my weekly. Let's get to my days this week. It's been pretty chill. I still want to go back and journal a little bit about Easter Sunday. We had the big kids over. So I have 3, if you're new here, I have 5 kids. 4 of them are adults. Out of the 4 adult kids, 3 are local. My oldest daughter and her husband and my granddaughter live in Hawaii because they were in the Navy and they were stationed there. So the 3 local big kids were here on Easter. My son, my older son, also brought his girlfriend, which was really nice. So I want to go back and write a little bit more about that day. And then this is how it's kind of shaped up. I will say I volunteered at my son's school on Tuesday for the flower sale. The PTSO does like they sell like flowers in the spring to raise money and whatnot. When I tell you that that thing wore me out, we did not have enough volunteers. The handful of us who were there were like hustling, unloading flats of flowers from the trucks of like the garden center that we ordered them from, pulling all of the orders, and we could only start, because of like how the pickup is, we could only start unloading the flowers and pulling orders after school let out. So we had 2 hours to pull, I don't know, a couple hundred orders of flowers, some of them like huge orders. It was exhausting, and it was hot that day, which it hasn't really been warm and sunny a great deal this spring in Ohio. But on Tuesday it was, and working out in the sun from 3 to 7:30, I'm not built for that. But yeah, so it was just a lot. Karen Reed trial number 2 started on Tuesday, so I've been kind of glued to LawTube watching that. And then, yeah, Wednesday it was kind of chill because I was really feeling the effects of like everything was achy and sore, and it was just a rough day physically. Taking notes, I did pull out, I guess we can talk about it now, but I pulled out my son's section in this planner. I realized that I don't really reference that very much now that he's older and we kind of have a rhythm going. We kind of have like his regular appointments that he needs to go with. We usually schedule them like at the beginning of the year for the entire year. So those are scheduled with various providers and already on my monthly. And then like his health log and whatnot, he thankfully, like there was a period where he was really kind of struggling with a lot of like physical health symptoms that I was kind of carefully tracking because he was taking some medication and we were trying to like figure that out and whatnot. But thankfully that has been minimized a lot. So like tracking his like physical health stuff, I don't really do it as much now as I did when he was younger. And I figure like if he is experiencing anything specific, I will likely make note of that on my daily pages anyway, so that when I process my daily pages, I can just pop that info into. So I'm kind of in the process of reconfiguring my pocket because it's just super cute and I want to find a way to use it, but we'll talk about that later. So I don't really need this section for him in my main planner anymore. So I have pulled that out for now. But anyway, so this was yesterday. This didn't get done, which means this I did not do. I did actually spend some time reading last night. I will likely update that, but that is where we are. And then today, this is today, so I am currently back on schedule. I was going to go work at a coffee shop this afternoon. I will likely stay home and just do the things that I need to do. But I do need to remember that I have a book on hold, or some books on hold that I want to pick up from the library today. So that is where we are for that. And I can't believe next month is the end of April. That's crazy. These are like the weather stickers that I printed last week. I just peeled them all up and put them on some sticker paper that I had from a Happy Planner book. These were like two different, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, I used to really use like kits and icons and all of that stuff. And I have a ton of like icon sheets printed, and these were on two. This was all that was left on two different sheets. So instead of having those two sheets, I just peeled these off and stuck them on here. I actually really like having this in my planner, so I might add a few more pages just so that I can try to work through my sticker stash. And then this is my tracker section. So this is April. I likely need to catch up. What's today? Yeah, today's the 25th. So I do need to play a little bit of catch up in here, but I will probably do this later this afternoon. Yeah, because I have plans tonight. So I have it May and I think June in here. Yeah. And then this is like my yearly kind of tracker where I log my own kind of health symptoms. So I track my allergies, headaches, any sort of muscle pain, and like gastro issues that I may have. If you are going through perimenopause, then you know. And then these on this page I track like when I am actually using any sort of medication for it. So if I have to take any allergy medications, if I'm taking like Advil or Tylenol, if I have to use my inhaler, I am asthmatic. So sometimes when allergy season is really bad, my breathing is not so great. Or when I have heartburn. Actually, I took some heartburn medicine last night. So that is number 8. And then this is sort of my like hobby tracker. So I track when I read, if I'm like doing my tarot, any sort of like gaming, playing on my Switch. I've really been enjoying doing that lately, or any other sort of creative hobby, whether it's doing like my memory planning. I pulled out like my watercolors the other day so that I could get back into using them this summer. So anything like that, gardening, anything like that, I will track under creative hobby. And then these are actual my like symptom-ish. I don't know, my body. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just my body is so confused. Like, anyway, and then this is where I track my mental health and my sleep. So I have my depression, anxiety, and moods, which I think have been pretty even given everything. Maybe sort of like a dip in things in the middle of the month. Or I should say a spike in things the middle of the month. So my depression definitely spiked, my anxiety spiked. My mood's been relatively even. My sleep has been pretty good. I have had some nights of like disrupted sleep, which is super annoying. And then I also track my energy levels. So have it set up for May. And then this is my gratitude log. Oh, I'm only behind from yesterday. So I just really try to take, it doesn't even take me really a minute to come in here and just kind of find something that either happened that day or something that made me sort of happy or that I appreciated that day, and make note of it. And then this is my actual like illness tracker. Thankfully, not sick lately. This is like my health, another health log as well. Provider notes and whatnot. This is where I have my spending log and my order tracker. My book tracker. I'm still reading very slowly, but at least I'm reading again. So I guess reading through one book slowly is better than reading no books at all. I do have a couple titles that I need to add to the list here. This is just some deco in like a top loading pocket. These are actually like cash envelope things that I got off of Amazon. Picture of my husband. And then this is sort of like my work project section. I'm not going to go too much into it because I'm going to do like an updated video about everything, but I have my goals, my content calendar, a project list, to-do list, all of that. And then I have like my weekly action steps here, which I really have been, this has really been keeping me focused this month. So I really like, these are just task management breakdown sheets. from Peanuts Planner Co. I don't know if I have a non-whited out one in here. Oh, this is what they look like. And I just whited out the task management and wrote priorities and the week number and the dates up there. Then I am using this week on one page to kind of review my goals at the end of the month. I am using this social media calendar from Planner Room Shop to keep track of content in my ring planner, and then this is just like a monthly list for Instagram, and then I'm using this for Reels and TikToks for 2 different accounts. So I have a couple of these in here. I have also been using this to kind of track where I am in my video process. I should probably draw a line instead of a dot. I think I'm going to do that, but it's been working fairly well. And then I just have some notes pages in case I need them. And then in miscellaneous, we just have my reoccurring monthly tasks, which I need to update for April because I know I have done some of these. My declutter list. And then we go into my meal planning, which I'm not even gonna lie, like April has been atrocious. I didn't even attempt to meal plan April, but I use a month on one page. I think these are a freebie from Planner Room Shop, but I did March. I like sitting down and planning out the entire month at one go. Why I didn't do it for April, I do not know. But I am going to start planning for May so that I don't get caught up doing the weekly meal planning, which is what I've been doing for this month. This month has solidified to me that I prefer to sit down and do it in one chunk and then kind of take inventory of what we haven't eaten, what we still have, and then make a list and go from there into the next week. I don't enjoy the weekly meal planning at all. And then that's really it. I have a miscellaneous section with some contact info in case my phone dies or gets lost, and passwords, and then this little sheet where I do like swatching for highlighters if I want to use them. So yeah, this is kind of the last hurrah for April. I'm excited to switch up my setup for May. I'm feeling like brightly colored things, which is weird because for May I tend to use blues because May is our anniversary month and one of our wedding colors was like pale blue. So I always associate, and also well, because one of our main wedding flowers was blue hydrangea. They're like one of my favorite flowers, and so I always associate May with like a palish blue, but I am feeling like bright, and I don't know, I need like a giant dose of color. Anyway, that is what got down in my planner for the week. I hope that you enjoyed this flip through. If you did, be sure to click the subscribe button down below, turn on your notifications so that you will know when I post videos. I am attempting my YouTube schedule, which is a video on Tuesday and a flip through on Friday. So yeah, I would love to have you join me throughout the week. I am so happy that you spent some time hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.